All right, we should be live. What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Got a lot of people in the chat just hanging out so far pre-stream. So let's see who's all here. Oh, I see a familiar name. What's up, Gerard? How you doing? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Gerard is one of the really old school supporters of the channel, not of just me, but the tech fam and my friend group of YouTube content creators. So good to see Gerard in the house as always. Oh, we got some membership renewals going on. So let's see real quick. Yeah, we got Demolin77, Izumi, Giant Robots, sorry, not Roberts, Giant Robots, who is a regular in the stream, as well as I'm on Tech. We'll let these play out for a little bit. Who was first today? Craig Lilly, what's up? We got Giant Robots in the house. We got Kale130 as always. We got the one, the only Jan, aka Man Karate, in the house, who will be at LAN. Let's see. We've got James Ray. What's up, newbie? What's up, Donut Farmer? Good to see you as always. It's Unbroken. Hello, hello, hello. We got Chemical Aid. Rich Montea. Colin Schultz says, yo, LAN hype. Who else we got? Ray's Redemption. I started a little bit late just because when I click go stream on OBS, it takes like 30 seconds until YouTube detects that it's ready to stream, and then I can click go live there. So that's why I was like 10 seconds late today. James Ray says, cool, got the trash out just in time. Nice. Our trash day is Monday night, Tuesday morning. Let's see, we got Von Darter. What's up, Dirty Mike? Hello. Elijah Williams says, is the 9400F with the 5700 XT good? If you have that combination, I wouldn't necessarily complain a ton about it. Let's see, the 9400F, was that the 6-core no multi-threaded? Am I correct in assuming that? I actually wasn't a huge fan of 9th gen Intel. I'm usually not a big fan of the refreshers, right? The refresh generation. So let's see, 9400F. That should be 6-core, 6-thread if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so 6-core, 6-thread. This launched in 2019. At this point, it's coming up on. It is 5 years. Q1 2019. But a 5700 XT, I'd say that is a passable combination. In this day, like today, I would not go out and buy these two parts individually to pair together. But if you have this in your computer because you built it a few years ago, I think it's fine. So it depends on the context, right? What's up, Madness Rising? Yes, it has been a while. Glad to see you able to make the stream. What's up? What's up? Shauner says, why is the alert so fast? Which alert, Shauner? Are you talking about the little stream notifications for the memberships or a different alert? Or do you mean the YouTube alert that I am starting the stream? Shauner says, also, saw dudes. Posted a real jank picking stream summations. Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. We got MNext Temps says, hi, what's up? Arflet says the tech drama of the week is Jules Hardy, BBC game presenter, calls for a final purge of all gamers who engage in wrongthink. Alyssa Mercante of Kotaku writing smear pieces on Melody Mac and other gamecasters. Final purges on all gamers who engage in wrongthink. What are these buzzwords and keywords that are popping up all of a sudden in the whole gaming industry now? Wrongthink. Let's see, gamer final purge. I'm just gonna try to find what this article is about. Gaming hates. Okay, so this is the article you're talking about. Final purge of ideological opponents from the medium. one look at her and you can tell she has pronouns in her bios. Honestly, I have no issues with pronouns. I don't put pronouns in my own bio, but for people who do, I feel like people just make a way big deal out of it. Oh my god. See, the thing about this, and whether or not you want to categorize it, is that this is all like super political, which is annoying that it's like, what's it called, making its way into like tech and gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, this is going to require a much deeper read, and I'm not going to get into all that crap. Final Purge, woke mob being racist again. Oh yeah, what a fun topic to talk about. Jeez. I don't care what someone is called, just don't call me after 11 p.m. on any night of the week. AI article writers, maybe. What's up, Chris? Yeah, there's tons of... The amount of AI articles that... Or writers who are using AI assistants, or people who can't write and their writing is so bad and robotic that it seems like they're AI, that I've come across in the recent months is ridiculous. It's probably people who are using AI assistants, and when I say AI assistants, I mean like straight up just using AI to write all their stuff. People are getting lazy, man. Ever since the rise of like AI, I've seen so many people talk about, oh, I can use it to automate this, automate that, and almost like look down on people who have not started to implement AI in their daily lives to, you know, quote unquote, be more, what's it called, productive. We got Zach in the house, says, whoa, is that the real Shauner? It is the fake Shauner. The real Shauner should be playing board games with his guests right now. He got Wednesday night game nights. What's up, newbie? Said, how's it going, Nob? Your streams are the best. Help me get through the work. They get through work every day. It makes me feel like I'm in a call with friends. Ha, cheers. For sure. I think that's one of the reasons I also like doing the streams on a Wednesday. It kind of, you know, it's something for me to look forward to break apart the work week, right? Like, it's right in the middle of the week, so, you know, Friday we always already look forward to. Fridays are always a good day. Monday kind of sucks, but you just had the weekend. I try to get the streams as close to the middle of the week, and if not, if I have to move it, usually I try to move it to Tuesday or Thursdays. But I try not to do it on Thursdays because I know Zach typically streams on Thursdays, but I do know he sometimes streams on Tuesdays too. I think it's just whatever works with his schedule, so yeah. Gerard, you're still rocking the 3900X in 2080 Super? Was that the one that Ozzy gifted you? That he hand-delivered to your house? Am I remembering this correctly? This was a few years ago. Zach do be getting thirsty on Thursdays, for sure. Yeah, so... just out of, like, you know, respect to other content creators, if I do move streams around, I try to, like, not step on other people's toes and go into their stream times, if possible. Which is why, when I've moved it around, I don't think I've overlapped it with Zach before. Yeah, so, again, I've talked about this plenty of times before, like... The issue is there are so many content creators and so many time slots for streams throughout the week, right? In terms of weekdays, there's 5 days a week, and then in terms of ideal times to stream, most people aren't going to be streaming until like afternoon to evening when they're off of work, and then not super late into the night. So yeah, there's so many time slots only available. You will get some overlapping eventually, but it's all good. Wednesday is your Saturday, first of 2 days off. So you're a Wednesday, Thursday days off, which I think is pretty nice because you get to do stuff on your free days when people are at work. So there's like no traffic, no lines. Josh F says, yo, I was thinking I need to throw a LAN party too. Heck yeah. People... I mean, there's only, what, 52 weeks in a year? I'm pretty sure every single weekend there's at least one LAN party somewhere going on in the world. In the whole world, right? It just happens to be that this coming weekend, I will for sure make sure that is fulfilled with the LAN party that we're having down in Tacoma with my friends at my friend James's place. So yeah, that's what the title of the stream is. This is gonna be a pretty chill stream. We're just gonna hang out, and then maybe if you guys have any recommendations for games that are free and like preferably on Steam, as much as Steam monopolizes everything, right? The way that Steam allows you to share on a common network games like downloads with each other, it's so convenient. Like if we went to Epic Games and we decided last minute to play something on Epic, to my knowledge they don't have that network share thing, but that might have changed. But yeah, when it's on Steam, I'll get all the games and then my friends can just grab it from me over the local network once we get to LAN. But yeah, any free games on Steam that is good for like a big group of people, feel free to suggest, because we're gonna play all the normal stuff we usually play: Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Crab Game, Golf with your friends, stuff like that. We might Power World. We were talking about it when it came out. We might have a small group doing some Power World progression on a new server. Valheim just had their Mistlands update not too long ago, right? So those, I'm always down to jump into Valheim or Power World. But yeah, Lego Fortnite. Okay, let me look this up real quick. Is Lego Fortnite a new thing? I remember hearing about it, but because I have a bad grasp of time, to me something that feels like a few weeks ago could have been like half a year ago. So Lego Fortnite, it's a survival game, crafting. Is it? It's on Epic Games. Is it free? Playing and download Lego Fortnite is free. This actually might be pretty fun. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite still, but I am a huge fan of Legos. Played with Legos a lot as a kid, so I might be really down for this Lego Fortnite. It has survival, okay, and it's free, so you can't really complain about that. CS2 is also free. I actually need to download CS right now. Here, let me show you. So right now I'm going through and getting ready. So I just recently updated the firmware to my camera because there was a new one. Hopefully it fixes the stability issues that I've had in the past, so that, because with the LAN it's a lot of, you know, handheld footage. So the more I can get the shakes out of it, the better. So I've been like purging my memory cards. Right now I'm charging up all my batteries. Like, I'm making sure all my batteries are charged and ready to go. I'm starting to pack for the LAN. Like, here's 2 different totes that I'm filling up. Here's a backup laptop in case anyone's computer dies. So right now I'm like downloading games on it and stuff. But yeah, I'm just like packing my bags just to make sure I'm fully prepared for the LAN and for recording it right now. So yeah, I need to get Lego Fortnite on as many computers as I can, because again, I don't think it's shareable over local network. But that's what's going on in the background right now. Guess you ain't hosting. Well, I host every year, but we do 2 LANs, right? So I host usually one every year, and then we switch off the other one. The last one I just hosted, so we switch back and forth. I don't think I've ever hosted 2 LANs in a row, unless someone who has been following the series so closely, you can correct me on that. But it has always, we have never done the same place 2 times in a row, I think. We always switch houses. James is hosting. My buddy James. The one with the laundry chute. If you remember, we were playing with the laundry chute back in like 2017 when I first did the LAN, or we first did the LAN at his house. Yeah. So down in Tacoma. Bro is packing for the apocalypse. Dude, I'm always prepared. Like, I over prepare. It always ends up that I over prepare and I don't use like 80% of the stuff I bring. But on the off chance that something goes wrong, I'm going to be like an hour plus away from home. So that's really inconvenient to have to go and grab something from home. And then if you've ever bought like an Ethernet cable or like a power cable or something from Best Buy, you'll know that you'll get ripped off compared to buying it online. And if you're buying it online, it might be 2 to 3 day shipping and the LAN would be over by the time you need the item. So yeah, always over prepare. And worst case scenario, you don't use it. All right, Ray's Redemption. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Any news on the RX 8000? Honestly, I have not been following. First of all, you guys or people who are frequent viewers of the stream know that I'm not hugely into like speculation on stuff that is kind of far away. RDNA 4, everything we know about. Yeah, so I'll start to look at speculation when there's actual leaks and like you're like a month or two away from new hardware. But I feel like we're still a bit away from RX 8000 series graphics cards. But let me see if there's what's the most recent news on that. Are already on the horizon, but there's still a bit of mystery. Yeah, so at this point, it's like most likely to launch this year, but probably not till the end of the year. RDNA 4 may, yeah. So this is all just. Is this an AI written article right here? But will they be able to compete? This is one of the few things, dude. How is it? Oh man, I've complained about this so many times. How is it that you can write this much and say like almost nothing? Read this paragraph. Most likely set to launch this year, RDNA 4 GPUs may give NVIDIA a run for its money, but will they be able to compete against some of the best graphics cards from the upcoming RTX 50 series? This is one of the few things that leakers all agree on, but we'll tell you about it in our full roundup of RDNA 4 news below. Everything we know so far about the specs comes from leaks. Some of the information overlaps between various sources, but most when it comes to the specs come from, okay, Moore's Law is dead on YouTube. So far, the YouTuber predicts that AMD will only release RDNA 4 in 2 configurations, now be 48 and 44. So now they're just straight up regurgitating what Moore's Law is dead. It's like nobody actually, once one person breaks the news, everyone just piggybacks off of it and then reports it. This is Digital Trends, by the way. This is a very big news outlet. The whole point of these articles are to keep, yeah, exactly. They write a whole bunch of like, we've learned nothing. Well, maybe, let's see, the 2 configurations, I guess we've learned that. But we're 3 paragraphs in now, and a bunch of this is just stuff that you could tell an AI bot to write. Game 6 Clay says, hey Danny, whatever happened to Matt? Realize he's in LAN party. Yeah, so Matt, there was a little falling out, unfortunately, between some of the LAN party members. I'm not going to get into the details of it because, personal reasons and stuff like that. But there was a falling out, unfortunately. Some people are still like super cool and friendly with Matt. Some people aren't. And then Matt kind of moved on and did his own thing. So I don't think that, actually, I don't know because like I have no personal issues with Matt. But with regards to if the door is open for him to come back, that I've not talked to the specific people about in a long time. So maybe I'll ask about it this coming LAN. But yeah, I mean, Matt was one of the core members of the, the LAN party series. But sometimes people grow apart, right? So friends and falling out is an experience that sucks and seems like it gets worse as time goes on. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think in general if I've ever had a true falling out with anybody that was remote, that was like considered a friend in my life. I've definitely drifted apart from certain people in my life, not for any specific reason or drama or controversy or anything like that. It's just as you get older, you start to focus more on like your family, your significant other, your family and stuff like that. You can only fit so many friends and acquaintances in your life. So there are people that I have drifted apart from. But I'm sure if we saw each other or ran into each other, we could pick back up like it was nothing, right? It's just you only have so much time in the day, and there's so much effort you can put towards keeping friendships alive. But yeah, like back to that point, I don't think I've had a falling out with anybody to the point where like I would say like I could never be friends with you, or like, you know, or mend a relationship. But you know, you can't expect everybody to be that way. So it was just unfortunate that for the time being, you know, there was a falling out in our friend group, and we lost a member of the LAN party. So yeah. Is Jesse or Sean attending this LAN? Yes, I believe they're both attending. Sean actually moved back from Oregon. He lives in Washington now, so he's closer. He said he was attending, but Sean is also one of those people who is very unpredictable. I'm not sure if you could tell by the LAN party stories videos, but Sean is pretty unpredictable, and sometimes hard to get a hold of, even though he is in our Discord and we have his number and stuff. So yeah, Jesse's flying in either today or tomorrow, I think, so he'll be there early. Sean Nur is not attending. My friend Sean, whose name is spelled S-E-A-N, is attending. Yeah. I know you're just kidding. Game 6 Clay says, feel as you get older, your friend groups get smaller and smaller. Yeah, and that's just, you know, if you think about it, like, how can, once you reach, like, your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, how can you still keep track of and catch up with, like, 30, 40, 50 people? I don't, like, for me even, there are people who I consider like really close, or even like my best friends, whether I was in high school, college, or, you know, working a career after college, that I still consider my best friends, but I can, or really good friends, and I might see them only like 2-3 times a year. So I think for me, the most important thing is when you get together, is it as if no time had passed and you could just, you know, catch up and enjoy each other's company. Gerard, how old are you now? Because you used to be first 65 or older, but it's been so many years. You've got to be, are you in your 70s yet, Gerard? Or pushing 70? 72! That's how many years has gone by since Gerard was an original like supporter of the channel. He used to put first 65 or older on every comment on videos, and now it's been 7 years. That's a very high level indeed. We got gnomed with the 15-month comment for the membership. No Dancing Danny's tonight. That's okay, Gnome. Just glad that you're here. But happy Easter, yes. Happy Easter for everybody who observes and celebrates it. That is this coming Sunday. My Easter will be spent celebrating LAN. But, you know, people probably celebrate it in all different ways. Is the Dino Nugget still a tradition? Yes. I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, again. I mean, how many LAN party videos have we had up to this point? It's 8 years. I mean, we're at like 12 or 13 or 14 or something now. But I believe we've had Dino Nuggets at every single one of them. If not, then we've had Dino Nuggets at all of them except for like 1 or 2. But yeah. Dude, the Little Caesars. Okay. Let's talk about Little Caesars real quick. Everyone has seen the Little Caesars puff thingies. What are they called? There's a... Actually, let's go to the subreddit, because this is funny. Dude. Oh, what if I was able to somehow get Little Caesars to sponsor the LAN? That'd be awesome. We do have a sponsor, or a company that sent swag. I'm not going to reveal it yet, but it is, to me, a pretty big deal. Getting support for LAN parties from this company. They sent some cool stuff. So, yeah. You'll see it once the video comes out. But getting back to Little Caesars. So the Little Caesars subreddit has been going crazy. I don't even subscribe to this, but a lot of the posts have been been fed to me and suggested to the front page. So these little puff things. This is what Chris was talking about. People are going crazy over these. Like, if you, this is the subreddit. If I scroll down, I mean, you see some pizza, you see, oh my god, this is so sad. You see a lot of people posting these puffs. I've seen so many, the department ordered them for lunch and ours were bomb. These do look really good. So yeah, Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're just like little pizza bites in a muffin tin with like nice and crispy toasty cheese and pepperoni and tomato sauce and stuff on the inside. Have y'all had this? Easter egg hunt at LAN? You know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. I think weather this weekend. Let me see. Tacoma weather. So weather this weekend is looking like Saturday is mostly cloudy, Sunday partly sunny. So it looks like there's no rain. That would be, hopefully, I'm hoping the sun shifts this way. I would love for a sunny LAN. We got rain, or at least sprinkles, light rain on the forecast today and tomorrow. But if we can get sun, or at least partial sun in these 3 days, that would be awesome. But an Easter egg hunt, that would have actually been fun. Dude, Easter egg hunt with like some really cool prizes, like a keyboard and mouse or something, that would have been even more awesome. But dude, I don't know if I could plan that on top of everything I need to do before LAN. Like, I didn't even think about it being Easter until like just yesterday when someone reminded me. But yeah, these personal puffs, have you guys had them? And how much are these things? Crazy Puffs costs. Craig Lilly, 29-month membership message. Happy Easter, aw, thank you. Little Caesars 4 puffs cost $3.99, which actually, given you know the cost of goods and everything nowadays, $3.99 doesn't seem that bad. And you can get $1 off potentially if they're running a promo. Got these things today and loved them. Made them myself and they're nowhere near as good. Thank you for making them great. Yeah, some people get burnt ones, some people get tiny ones, but I've not personally tried them yet. Have you guys? Some of the commercials are cursed. Danny, please get Domino's this LAN. Gotta end the debate with Nick once and for all. Lol. We get Domino's. Oh wait, we got Pizza Hut only last time, right? So this time around, I think there's a Domino's nearby, so we could do the split again. Blind pizza taste test. I'm gonna put that in our Discord right now, actually. Since I think there's a Pizza Hut and Domino's near Nick's house, or not Nick's, James's house, we might be able to. Okay. 4 tots this LAN. I don't know if we're gonna have tots this LAN. Honestly, we haven't figured out all the food situation yet. We are actually kind of behind on planning this one. Yeah. Are you getting any gaming cup noodle stuff for the LAN party? The gaming cup noodle stuff? Gaming cup noodle. What is this? Why does this sound familiar? Nissan gaming cup noodles. Energy garlic. Made to replenish your energy. Enjoy light soy sauce based soup. $6.90. What is this? For like a pack of 6 or something? It better be. This is not. Oh my god. This is one of those Japan candy store. Okay, how many? Yeah, they're selling a single cup noodle for $7. What the heck? Nissan Gaming Cup Noodles. Yo, where are you supposed to get these? Wait, there's ingredients, ginger, cumin. There's caffeine in it, huh? Dude, all these places... How much is this? From what I'm reading... These look like individual packs. Dude, is this like... the worst deal of all time? I mean, it looks interesting. But, dude, just because you slap gaming on it and throw some... Dude, you know how cheap caffeine is, right? Have y'all ever looked up caffeine pills? As much as we spend on energy drinks and stuff like that, you could get freaking... Let me see. You can get caffeine pills over the... Like, here. You can get 250 caps at 200 milligrams, which is about the serving of caffeine... Or the amount of caffeine in, like, you know, your typical Bang energy drink or something like that. This is equivalent to 250 of it. Of course, it doesn't have the nice sweet flavor and the taste of it, but it costs 11 bucks. Like, caffeine is dirt cheap if you want to just take the pill instead of, like, getting it through coffee, energy drinks, gum, or whatever the heck other thing. But, getting back to these cup noodles, I've never tried these. I don't know if I ever will, given that every place that seems to have them is like super expensive. Yeah, and maybe it's because this is like... How does it pair with Mountain Dew and Doritos? Yeah, that'd be a good combination. Tokyo, huh? I don't remember seeing this when we were in Japan. That would actually be a good thing to put in Easter eggs. I think M.2s would fit in, like, Easter eggs. So a bunch of them can have candy, and then a few of them could have, like, 1 terabyte drives or something. But there's no way I could set that up before LAN. Okay, let me see. Wife tried them without me. How did she get them, and how much did she pay, Chris? Because, I'm trying to find... like where I could buy them that's not a rip-off of a deal. I guess you can get them on eBay. Yeah, it's a Yahtzee Gamer Instant Noodle Soup, huh? 6 of them, even this is a pretty bad price. 6 of them for 25 bucks. Oh, she tried the Little Caesars Puffs, not the gaming noodles. Well, looks like a good excuse to get some more Little Caesars Puffs then. I'm sad that Bang is discontinued. Wait, what? Am I, like, out of the loop? Bang has not been discontinued around me. Wait. Bang faced serious lawsuits that would lead to the company's bankruptcy. Dude. Am I... like, are they still selling it, though, to, like, get rid of the rest of the inventory? Bang. I didn't even realize Bang was 12 years old. I didn't remember seeing Bang until, like, the last, like, 5 or 6 years. Monster acquired Vital Pharmaceuticals, which was what produced Bang, including Bang Energy brand. The deal came months after the company filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. Why was Bang doing so bad? I've had Bangs before. I mean, I think they were fine. Like, they had flavors that were tasty. They had caffeine. Legal actions. Consumer deception, anti-competitive business practice. Okay, they got sued. They were sued by Sony Music in 2021. Okay, so estate of musician Prince won a lawsuit for their usage of the Purple Rain. Oh god. So they just made some bad decisions. The brand's founder, supporter of former President Trump, donated $250. Okay. And now we're getting political with a freaking energy drink. Are you kidding me? I think I remember this. I think I remember the brand, or at least the owner, being a supporter of Trump. Which, you know what? I mean, people are going to have their political views. It's whatever. Celsius took over. Celsius, or I have a Celsius upstairs, actually. I don't remember what flavor it is. I think it's like blue something. But the Celsius cans are a lot smaller. At least I think so anyways. Never liked Bang. Maybe either of the carbonation or it has 300 milligrams of caffeine. I mean, I was fine with Bang the times that I did drink it. I'm not picky when it comes to energy drinks, man. If it has like a pretty good... The only thing I'm picky about is if it... Does it taste like chemical? If it tastes like you couldn't even tell it's a soda versus an energy drink, I'm fine. But as soon as you're like, okay, this tastes like energy drink. This tastes like taurine or whatever the heck other stuff that they put into energy drinks. Then I have like Red Bull, I can't drink because it does not. It tastes like an energy drink. Monsters, Rockstars, for the most part, they kind of have a subtle taste of energy drink, so I don't like it. But things like Rain, Bang, the Mountain Dew ones, those all taste good. Rock's Zoa was disappointing. I've never had a Zoa from the Rock. Yes, Mountain Dew Kickstart is also pretty nice. It doesn't have a ton of caffeine, but it tastes just like a Mountain Dew or a different flavored Mountain Dew. So I like those as well. Gamer marketing is cringe. Yeah, I would agree with that. Gamer marketing is cringe, but I think it actually works. So that's why companies do it. Bang is nasty. Celsius is the best. Let me see. If we go to Bang flavors. Okay, please give me, you know, safe for work stuff. I just put in Bang flavors, but because of the name Bang, I just for some reason feel like you might not get some not safe for work. Sour Heads. Okay, if we looked at the flavor list, what flavors did I like? Blue Raz. I think Blue Raz was one of my favorites. Peach Mango, also pretty good. Cherry Blade Lemonade, also like that one. And then I'm not sure if I've had many other ones. I usually go towards similar flavors across different energy drinks. Like any type of blue raspberry, big fan of. Any type of like cherry limeade, cherry lemonade, big fan of. Mango-y stuff, big fan of. Yes, anything blue raspberry is awesome. I agree with you. It can't be blueberry. That's different. Blueberry doesn't always hit. Blue raspberry always hits. Blue raspberry is not even a real, like, fruit. That might be why. It is synthetic. Yes, the drinks are unhealthy. I know. This is like, in terms of like health and diet and stuff like that, like, I don't smoke, I don't drink alcohol, I don't do any of that stuff. I eat junk food, and some, like, I don't drink soda often, right? Like, we don't keep soda in our house. I'll have soda if we, like, are out somewhere, or, like, at a gathering, I drink soda instead of alcohol, right? Like, when I go to the bar, I'm like, can I just get a Coke instead of, like, buying, like, alcohol or beer? So, like, in general, I feel like even though sometimes I consume, like, energy drinks and stuff like that, over the course of a year, the amount is so little that, you know, it's just my light vice. Celsius has a blue lemonade, strawberry lemonade, and blue raspberry. You should try it. Okay, now that you're mentioning Celsius, I'm going to go pull the one that I have upstairs just to see what flavor it is. Also, again, let me know. It's probably going to get robotic because we know when I went to the fridge last time, it gets robotic. I'm at the top of the stairs. I don't remember if this was robotic or not. Oh, we got some apples. There you All right, we're back. Okay. Got myself a piece of apple. So the Celsius that I had on hand, I like to buy energy drinks, but I don't always drink them right away. Like this one's probably been sitting for a couple of months. Expires September 2024. Okay, I'm good. But this is the Arctic Vibe Sparkling Frozen Berry. So it's not any of the flavors that you said. If I can get this to focus. Focus. This camera hates focusing, doesn't it? Almost there. But yeah, it is blue and it had berry in it, so I got it. So yeah, I like the blue raspberry-esque flavors. Holy crap. Okay, what is it? Ryan Casanova Fernandez with the 100 HK. I'm stupid. Is that like Hong Kong? Is that Hong Kong currency? What is HK? HK currency. Hong Kong dollars. Okay. I wasn't sure if it could have been anything else. Man, I always get nostalgic with your LAN party videos. I moved to Hong Kong. Oh, I'm dumb. I should have just read the comment. I moved to Hong Kong a while back, and the struggle is real on finding and making friends with gamers so far. I could imagine, yeah. If you are wait, you moved to Hong Kong, yeah. I could imagine moving to any foreign country, making friends, starting over again would be difficult. But do you frequent the like internet cafes, LAN centers, and stuff like that? No, dude, I don't know. Anyone here have a lot of experience going to like LAN centers and stuff? So the LAN center that we had, let me see if I could pull it up. And yes, Zach, Celsius is a vibe. So to be honest, I think this is, I don't think I've had a Celsius before. I don't keep track of the energy drinks, but I don't remember ever having a Celsius. I just bought this. I think it was on sale at Fred Meyer's. So I just picked it up, but I'm not sure. Like, what is their... So it says essential energy, accelerates metabolism, burns body fat. So Celsius apparently is like supposed to be quote unquote healthier or have health benefits. Let me see. Natural flavors with other natural flavors. Okay. Live fit. I mean, it's in their tagline, live fit. Whether or not this is true, maybe we gotta watch some Derek from More Plates, More Dates. Talk about the actual ingredients in here. I wonder if he did a breakdown on this. But yeah. Again, I don't drink energy drinks for the health aspect of it. I drink it because it looks good and gives a little caffeine. So, yeah. Hell yeah. What's Fred Meyer's? Fred Meyer's, is that Kroger's? I think Fred Meyer's and Kroger's are... Fred Meyer is a Kroger family company. Okay, so... it's just... I don't know, man. On the West Coast, maybe it's a thing. Or even in the Northwest. The Pacific Northwest. But yeah, it's basically like Kroger, if you even have Kroger. But they have... Dylan's, Food for Less, Foods Co., Fred Meyer's. Fry's is apparently a Kroger. What? JC Food. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of different companies. Okay, what were we going on about? Yeah, oh, the LAN Center. The Other Side LAN Center, Tacoma. So, there used to be... We had one LAN Center that at least I knew of. Down in Tacoma, Washington. The Other Side, man, when Dude, their marketing and their logo was so weird. Like, this is such an ugly logo. It's supposed to be T, O, and S. I don't even know what the heck this thing is. Do they have pictures? Please tell me they have pictures on here. Photos. Oh no, they only have screenshots of stuff. This is actually one of my friends right here. This guy right here. When was your last posts? July 2012. Effective today, the other side LAN center is closed. We thank you guys for all your support, and the memories will last forever. The ACC Tech Retail and Repair is still open for business. So yeah, this LAN center was attached to a computer repair shop. They were like, they shared one wall. They were in the same business complex. We have a copy of The Secret World of Modernistic MMO. My goodness, this is like 12 years ago. This is bringing me back. Of course, their website is... Oh, what? The Other Side Games? Let me see this. Yeah, this is... the website URL got bought out. But speaking... What I'm trying to say is... The people that I met at the LAN center, I don't know if those are the type of people that would want to get together outside of LAN to LAN, if that makes sense. So I don't know if in other countries it's like that same kind of culture where the people who go to the LAN center, that's what they do. They do their computing, gaming, or wherever the heck at the LAN centers. Like I'm pretty sure some people go to LAN centers because they can't afford to buy their own computers. And even though over the years you spend more money at a LAN center than building your own, it's just that the small incremental costs over time is something that you're able to do as opposed to, you know, one big investment on buying a PC. And then I guess having to upgrade it. So I was going to say, go to the local LAN center in China and see if you can meet people who are interested in the same things you are. But then I stepped back and thought, maybe those types of people aren't the type of people who would use like computers and game outside of a LAN center, if that makes sense. Looking for a group. Computer guy says, hey Danny, thought I'd stop in for a moment, not feeling well, so going back to bed. All right. Computer guy, hope you feel better. And you're asking, are you still using the Height Revolt 3 as your main PC case? It is not my main PC case because I transitioned over to the Corsair tower, but I still keep it on hand because I'm gonna use it for one of the PCs I have at home. I don't get rid of PC cases that I like a lot. Like, I get a bunch of PC cases in from companies like wanting to send or I buy and stuff like that. But any PC case, usually the ones with handles, I will never get rid of. I want to build a collection of as many PC cases with handles as I can over time. So the Height Revolt 3 is not my main PC case now, but I'm going to find a use for it. The Smash TV Network says, I'm so shocked Amazon gave me a $3,400 laptop for free. How'd that work out? Usually, okay, let me try to think. It's not unheard of. I've had Amazon send me stuff because like they didn't realize they sent it twice before. But a $3,400 laptop, that's kind of crazy and very lucky. I'm curious to hear the story behind that one. I'm not going to call cap just yet until we get the details, but this could totally happen. Amazon does weird stuff sometimes. Like, I'm just going to say that. It is not surprising. Amazon has done stuff to screw over customers, but they've also done stuff where customers at the end of the day win. Kind of like you hear the stories on Reddit of people who just, they order one SSD and they receive 20 from Amazon. Like, it is not unheard of. Hey, Martin, I love the case for my new PC, but I definitely missed the handle. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forced you out of a handled PC case, Martin. Oh man. More cases just need handles. How do I become a member? I think you have to activate it in your settings. Like each YouTube account, you have to... Actually, well, do you see the members button? Let me see. Let me go to YouTube and see. Like, if you go to my channel, there's a subscribe button and there's a join button. If you hit join, if you want to become a channel member, it costs money. If that's what you mean. How do I become a member? It does cost money. It's either $1, $3, or $5. Different tiers of membership. But that's how you do it. No, I don't think Amazon does that. Just because you spend a ton of money on Amazon, they're not just going to send you some free stuff. There's definitely a glitch in their system, and you were sent a laptop for free somehow. Come on, Dan. I did click the join button. It's just because this is an incognito window. I can't join. I have to like sign in. But going back to the other side, look at this. James is even on this page. Did no one actually ever post pictures? Let me see this. That's all the photos they had. I'm sad that there's not more photos or videos of like the actual place itself. Let me log into my other browser and see if there is any pictures if I'm logged in. Nope. They just didn't have any. That sucks. Also, it looks like they didn't start this page until 2012. Does Casey still stream? Haven't seen him on Twitch for a while now. He had to stop streaming for some personal reasons. I don't want to like... put his business out there, but he has not been able to stream as of recent, and I'm not sure when he's gonna return to streaming. Maybe I'll ask him when we're at LAN. Weird to think Diablo 3 was that long ago. I remember very distinctly Diablo 3, 2012. I remember playing the beta with my buddy when they had Act 1. It's crazy to think how much time had passed. Because when Diablo 3 came out, so that was 2012, 12 years ago. How old was I? I was like 22, 23 at the time. Which is like, the start of your adult life after college and stuff like that. Which I'm kind of still in that phase of life because I don't have kids yet. I am married, which is a little different. But it's just like, this is all still relatively in the same sequence of my life. The post-college, prior to having a kids phase of life. So, Martin, being Casey's older brother, knows more information. He says, I want to say he will make a return to stream at some point, just can't say when at the moment. He does really enjoy it. So, yeah. When he does make his return, please show him a ton of support because, yeah, I can tell he liked doing it. Dragon's Dogma 2. Yes, I've heard that that release was super disappointing. I've never played Dragon's Dogma, or I don't even follow this. This is a Capcom game. Let me see. But I know nothing about it. But yeah, on Steam, it's, gosh, $70. It's still, I don't know. I haven't fully accepted that games are $70 yet. Like, every time I look at it, it still surprises me. I'm so used to the $50 or $60. Yeah, the base edition, digital, not even like, you don't even get the box CDs and books with it. Like, the digital $69.99. Nice, but not nice. I don't know. Does anyone remember when games were cheaper than 60 bucks? I feel like within my memory anyways, $60 was like that, the price of new games for the longest time. I can't remember when games were brand new, like even console or whatever, that came out at 50 bucks. Like 60 is the number that stuck in my mind, and I think it's because that was the standard price of a new game, you know, not special edition or anything, for the longest time period of me being into games. So this shift up to 70 bucks, very not satisfying. Let's just say that. Dragon's dog crap because the issues of optimization, which is kind of surprising. This is developed and published by Capcom. Don't they usually do good work? When was Dragon's Dogma 1? Dragon's Dogma, the original, was 2012. Holy crap. This is like Diablo 3 like time frame. And that one got decent reviews actually. That one was like in the 80-ish, 4 stars out of 5. Yeah, 8s, 7.5s, 8. It looks like it was generally well received. Huh. I remember when AAA titles were $49.99 with the box and a CD DVD. What year was that though? If you tell me the year and the title... Actually, no. What was the Final Fantasy PlayStation 1 release price? 40 bucks. This was back in 1997 though. I'm trying to think. How much did PS... New, it was 40... Oh, so we have two different... people. I remember this specifically because I think Final Fantasy VII was the first game my brother and I had ever put a reservation on. Like, you know, when you used to go to the store, give them $5 and you get the reservation and then you pay the rest of it once the game comes. Final Fantasy VII was that game for us back in 1997. GameFAQs forum people are saying it was $49.99. Other people were saying it was 40 bucks, which was the typical price. I think I remember $49.99 more. It could be a great game, but it doesn't matter if it's not playable. I mean, how many games in the last few years has met the same fate? Could be decent game, but released a buggy, unoptimized mess. And now it's going to take anywhere from months to even a year to get it fixed and playable and enjoyable for most people. I hope the PC port comes out this year for FF7 Rebirth. Yeah, if it follows the same schedule, it'll be at the end of the year, right? That was about to... Oh no, it was a year and a half last we looked at it. But it did release... It's weird because it released on the PS4 and then the PS5. And then from the PS5 to the PC release was less than a year. But from the PS4 release to the PC was like a year and a half when we looked at it last stream. Where's LAN going to be? It's going to be at Tacoma. It will be in Tacoma, Parkland area. Okay, I said I was going to look at Shauner's build. I think Shauner's already gone now. He was building a PC until his guests arrived for game night. Building a PC until company arrived. Testing my parts out jank style. Ryzen 3600 and RTX 3060. That is a very satisfying number combination. But, let's take a look at this build. Yes! I am very familiar with this style of testing parts. Just everything all over the place. AIO on its side. No case shorting the pins. Yes, yes, yes. We love to see it. What's up, Hazard Me? I could accept it when it was physical copies, says Mr. Guillotine. There is a lot more overhead involved there. Yeah. There's the design. Well, I guess you still have the artwork design regardless of if you have a box copy. But yes, there is the production of the packaging materials, the shipping of it to the retail locations, the floor space it takes, all that stuff. But now it's just a digital download and the price. Okay, here. Let's 2012 $60 worth now inflation. Let's look at an inflation calculator. $60 in 2012 is worth $81 today, so there's that argument. It's like you can't expect everybody to keep the Costco hot dog the same price forever, right? There are very few companies who have done that, where they've kept something at the same price over the last 10, 15, 20 years. So we were okay with buying games for $60 in 2012. I mean, in today's dollars, that's about $81 adjusted for inflation. And that means $70 we're kind of coming out on top. And then you could, that $10 difference, you could factor that into the fact that it's all digital now without physical copies, maybe. Why do they still make motherboards with USB 2 and one USB-C? I can deal with USB 3, but not very future-proof. USB 2 on motherboards, not many, like, as you start to buy cases that are more current and new, you don't have, like, all the USB ports on the front are going to be USB 3 and USB-C, unless it's, like, a really cheap, like, we're talking DIY PC tier of case. But you keep the USB 2 in there because there are a lot of, I guess, add-on components that you could put into your computer. The one that I can think the most of are temperature sensors or LCD screens. A lot of LCD screens from the AIO manufacturers, they use USB 2, that connector, to transmit like the information for the LCD and temperatures to the LCD screen and stuff like that. You could argue like, oh, why not just have that be done through USB 3? Dude, I hate the USB 3 connector. It is, in my opinion, such a horribly designed connector that is always a pain to both install or like connect and disconnect. And even if you have like the slightest bent pin, you're gonna crush that thing. I hate it. So, I mean, it's kind of annoying because USB 2, if you're using it for transferring, like transfer speeds, it is slow as balls. But if you're using other peripherals or components that plug into it to transmit data, then it has its uses. USB 3.0 motherboard connector. Yeah, like, this connector is like the worst. This connection, oh my god, I hate it so much. I've had it where when I pulled off this is the USB 3 connector. When I've pulled off the connector from the motherboard, it's taken this whole thing with it, like the outer housing. It just pulled it off with it. They designed it so horribly that this little push tab, or I don't know if it's actually supposed to be a push tab, but this little notch, even when you press it in, this thing doesn't like to come out. This is a horrible, horrible, horrible connector. I hate it. One of the worst. USB 3 connection remove equals nightmare. Yeah, there is a trick to doing it. I've shown it before. You gotta kind of rock it back. Like, if this was the connector going into it, right? You can't just pull out. Like, you can't pull the connector out like this. You've got to kind of gently rock it back and forth like this, wiggling it, and then it'll slowly come out. You got to do the rocking motion. But that works most of the time, not all the time, though. I've done that, and sometimes it's still stuck in there. Screw this connector and whoever came up with it. Mr. Guillotine says, every company expects us to pay expects us to pay more for their products, but most of them aren't raising their wages enough to make that possible. But that's a different topic, I suppose. Raising their wages. Oh, you're not talking about just like the gaming industry, because I would probably say that I would imagine like a gaming programmer making more money now than they did 10 years ago. But you're talking about other stuff like grocery stores, KFC, McDonald's, like fast food, restaurants, everything like that. They're not raising their wages enough. It depends on where you live, I guess. Because, like, in Seattle, where we do have, like, a really high minimum wage compared to the rest of the country, like, that's an example of, yes, things are expensive in Seattle, but minimum wage is, like, 15 bucks. So, it depends where. Yeah, if you made a blanketing statement across, like, the U.S. on average, I could see this being true. You think NVIDIA hired whoever did the USB 3 connector to do the 40 series connectors? Yeah. I don't know. This thing sucks. There are adapters you could do to, like... Have y'all had a case that has multiple USB-C headers on it? I don't think I've had any case that asked for 2. So something like this... this is a 19 pin to... Yeah, so this is just an adapter that allows you to now have 2 USB-C. But I don't know if there's really a use case for this because I've only ever had cases ask for 1 of these. And I'm not sure if any other components needed another. But if you had a motherboard that did not have this and only had USB 3, then yes, something like this would definitely be useful because it sucks not having the USB ports in the front of your PC work. It's just like horrible. You gotta reach to the back every time. Ugh. I think McDonald's needs to pay for housing and keep our pay 10... What? I think Mickey D's needs to pay for housing. I don't understand this statement. And keep hourly pay 10 an hour. Make minimum wage 20 is going to harm everyone. Oh! So you're saying don't increase minimum wage, just pay for housing? So it's kind of like... It's similar to raising the minimum wage, except you're forcing them to allocate a portion of that increase towards something that's a necessity like housing, instead of being able to blow it all on whatever they want. I've actually not heard this idea, and I haven't given much thought. If they paid for housing, for most people, I think that's one of the biggest bills, right? Like for all you out there, what is your biggest like financial responsibility or bill? If you own a house, it's most likely your mortgage. If you're living on your own and not being able to mooch off your parents, it's likely rent. Or no, I don't even think university tuition loans monthly payments would... I don't think that would be more than rent on average, unless you live like super cheap, like 200 bucks rent, which I don't even know. That's like getting a free handout. That's not like actually paying rent. Rent, if I was not on road, be 3,500. Is that US dollars, or are you from a different country? Car insurance, then snacks? Yo, you're lucky. What was my car insurance? Let me see if I can pull it up. The car insurance for my Aorus. Actually, I need to pay 6 months of coverage. Oh my god. This is with me and Melissa. I don't know the full details of our insurance, but we have the standard coverage. I don't think we have full coverage collision. We have comprehensive and all that stuff, but for 6 months... Wait, let me see. Let me renew now. This might be a monthly. I always pay 6 months at a time because, you know, they give you a slight discount. Let me look at what my insurance is. Danny's biggest financial responsibility is 20... What is the average OnlyFans subscription? Because 20 times 15 is only 300 bucks. That doesn't sound like that much money. Okay, the insurance for me who has a 2009 Toyota Yaris, and my wife, who has a 2014 Honda Civic, we pay for 6 months $550 exactly through Progressive for 6 months. So 550 divided by 6, that's less than $60. That's less than $100 a month. 550 divided by 6. Yeah, that's $92 a month about for 2 cars, which I think is pretty cheap. Insurance just gets really expensive like when you don't own the car, like you're still making payments, and then like the whatever whatever dealership you bought it from, they like kind of force you onto like a full coverage type thing. And newer cars are just, you know, they cost more to insure because they're more valuable. But yeah. Danny, what's your top 5 fast food chains? Alright. Top 5 fast food chains. Fast food chains. Let me think about this. You know, it's funny. I've only been to Whataburger the handful of times I was in Texas for the LAN. But Whataburger is definitely top 5. I don't know how far up on the top 5. But I know, based on what I ate and the prices at Whataburger, it is on my top 5. You know what? As much as people meme on McDonald's, I like McDonald's. I'm not one of those types of food snobs who are just like, McDonald's is horrible crap. You know what? I've been eating McDonald's since I was like 4 or 5 years old, whenever the heck my mom first took us to McDonald's back in the early 90s. McDonald's... I have never gotten to a point in my life where I said McDonald's is a horrible fast food chain. It tastes bad. I'm not happy that they took away the actual dollar menu. I'm not happy that the prices has gone up. Stuff like that. But, like, you know, my wife and I, we grab McDonald's every couple of months when we don't know what to eat and we're lazy and they have good deals going on the app. I think McDonald's, for the most part, yes, you're right. You do have to eat McDonald's when it's fresh. But the window for freshness is decently, like, you know, 20, 30 minutes. You just don't want to, like, get McDonald's, do a 40-minute drive home, and then eat it. You got to start eating that in the car. But McDonald's, I talked to Jason about this, Mod Jason Whitmer. The good thing about McDonald's is the consistency. Like, for the most part, they have everything so standardized that it is kind of hard for them to mess it up. The only thing is, if they give you like the old fries or the old nuggets or something like that, then yeah, that sucks. That happens on occasion. But I mean, the flavor of the fries, the amount of salt that they put on it usually, I like McDonald's. I don't know, again, I don't know where on the top 5 McDonald's is for me, but it's up there. I do like Chick-fil-A. I don't get it that often, but when I do, again, Chick-fil-A is one of those things where, so I really like their chicken sandwich, their spicy chicken sandwich, their deluxe with the pepper jack cheese, very good. I don't like how their waffle fries, similar to McDonald's, after like 10 minutes, they're so soggy. Chick-fil-A, if they can find some way to keep their waffle fries crispy for longer, then they'll move up on the list even more. But the waffle fries, they get soggy and soft so fast. But I do like their service is good. Their lemonades are good. Okay, so we got Whataburger, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. What else do I like? I like Domino's. Is that considered fast food? Is pizza considered fast food? And we're talking about chains here, because there's local places that I probably like that I'm not going to list because nobody knows about it. I like Domino's. The few times I went to Arby, I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan. Every Arby's in my area is like always empty. There's not... Oh, Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell because I don't think... Do they still have a dollar menu? I feel like everything is like there's no place that can hold a dollar menu anymore. In-N-Out, honestly, In-N-Out probably wins the value, but when it comes to like the actual food, if price wasn't a consideration, I like Shake Shack more than In-N-Out. But Shake Shack is stupid expensive. We just got a Shake Shack like not too far away from me, near the mall. But Shake Shack was not in Washington for many years, and then they slowly opened up a few, and now I have one within 10 minutes of me. The only thing is that Shake Shack it's expensive. You don't get a ton of food, and it's pricey, but I think it's good. Like, I like the flavor of their burgers. I like the drinks that they have. I like the fries. We usually get cheesy bacon fries. It's just kind of expensive. You know the funny thing about Sonic is, we also recently got a Sonic. Like, we've had Sonics in Washington for years now, just none around me. I also now have a Sonics within 10 minutes of me. There was a stream where I actually talked specifically about Sonics. The food, maybe it was because it was a new location, but the food at Sonics to me is very mid. It doesn't have anything that like makes it stand out or differentiate itself from other places, right? The drinks at Sonics are really good. The shakes and stuff, but the actual like hot dogs, burgers, fries, tots, whatever the heck, not so much a fan of. Did someone just mention Five Guys? You could get a lot of food at Taco Bell for less. And oh, I gotta show you guys. All right, let me know how. I'm going to go to the garage now. Let me know when it starts getting robotic in the chat, just so that I have a reference. Because I'm not going to turn the corner. We do get slightly better line of sight into the garage. So right now, I'm in the laundry room. I'm opening the door to the laundry room. I'm going into the garage. I'm in the garage, picking up this box that hopefully doesn't break and freaking explode. Alright, we're back. You can't talk about Taco Bell without Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I was able to find a case of this at Costco Business Center. Not Costco, Costco Business Center. But yeah, so I wanted to get this last LAN, but when I went back to get it, they like stopped carrying it. But a couple of weeks ago, me and Melissa were at Costco Business Center. I was like, all right, we got to check for Baja Blast. They had it. And I picked it up so fast. So we're going to have Mountain Dew Baja Blast in a can at LAN. But speaking of Taco Bell, I mean, you can't talk about Taco Bell without Baja Blast. Never seen a 36 pack. Yeah, so I mean 36, that we've got how many people coming this time? I think 14. We had 2 people had to drop out. So we have 14. That's like 2 cans at least per person, and then like some people can have like 3. Yeah. So I'm super excited about that. But well, no. So you're supposed to tell me in chat after I get back. So like, because I was narrating, like I'm going into the laundry room, I'm going into the garage. If it started to sound robotic at that point, you would say, yep, robotic at the laundry room or the garage. So did it get robotic at all when I went to get the Baja Blast from the garage? Or did it stay pretty good? This LAN is going to be a Baja Blast. Indeed it will. Five Guys is a lie. Sometimes there are more than 5 guys working. It's not always guys. Oh, so I used to like Five Guys a lot. Like when Five Guys first came to Washington State, again, I mean, this is over a decade ago. Most of my memories are from stuff in my like early 20s. They were very affordable. the menu prices on everything was very affordable. But in like the last, I don't know, however many years. Oh, I like Chipotle. We gotta add Chipotle to the list. Chipotle, you know what? I think Chipotle has been, like, people have had up and down experiences with Chipotle. I have found that ordering Chipotle on like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and stuff like that, horrible. Never do that. They skimp you on your food. They get it wrong, etc. In the restaurant, when you're like looking into the eyes of the people who are scooping you your meat, usually they'll give you a fair share of stuff. But I like Chipotle. You know, it's more fresh, quote unquote, slightly healthier than your traditional McDonald's or Burger King or whatever fast food. But yeah, I think Chipotle is definitely on my top 5. I like their white queso, the queso blanco. It was robotic in the garage. Okay, thanks for the heads up on that one. Do they have more than burgers and fries? Five Guys does have hot dogs, I think, don't they? Let's take a look at the Five Guys menu. So if you look at, yeah, so they have hot dogs. So the cool thing about Five Guys in the past was their menu prices used to be a lot less. But yeah, they do have burger. So the thing I like about Five Guys is I can build the burger exactly how I want. A lot of the other restaurants either have to like ask for substitutions or it costs more. What I liked about Five Guys when it was more affordable in the past is I could build, as soon as I said I want whatever burger, I could start listing off every single thing I want and they're prepared for it and then they put it in the burger, right? So I would go like, I want mayo, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions, barbecue, or no, I usually go with the hot sauce, green peppers, jalapeno peppers. Like, it's like mod pizza except for burgers. And they used to give you a ton of fries. Like when you bought a large fries, they filled the bag with fries and then gave you a couple of fries on top of it. The Cajun seasoning on the fries, yeah, those are pretty good too. Never had Fuddruckers before. Okay, let's tech question from Telman. I don't want to butcher your last name, so I'm not gonna read it. I recently built a 7800 X3D with the 4070 Ti, and I plugged in my GPU daisy chain. Wondering if it will cause any troubles in the future. As of now, it seems fine. Also, if you think I should get custom cables or brand, I am never gonna push someone towards custom cables over like cable extensions. Custom cables to me doesn't make sense for most people unless money isn't an issue, because when you get custom cables, assuming I'm understanding what you mean, custom cables, when you say custom cables, it means you're getting, like, let's just say sleeved cables or whatever that plug directly into your modular power supply or semi-modular power supply to your component. Extensions use the existing cables that the power supply came with and then extends them with the, you know, the sleeves and stuff that you typically like. So if you get custom cables like from Cable Mod, PSU custom cables, the issue with it is that those custom cables have to stick with that power supply for the rest of its life, essentially. If you get a new power supply, especially if it's from a different company, most of the time, because it's going to have different pinout, you're not going to be able to reuse them. But with cable extensions, you are. So, I personally would not recommend most people go with custom cables. They're really expensive too, because these companies, they are building these custom cables, like from the ground up for you. They're cutting it. Like, these are extensions, right? These you can just slap with any power supply. But if you look at the more premium companies that do like Cable Mod, if I can find a picture of it, they have extensions as well, but they also build you custom cables, which they don't have many pictures of, apparently. Yeah, like these. Like, Let me see if I can get the page up. It's just really pricey. You're talking about like 80 to 100 bucks for a full set of custom cables, which to me is a little ridiculous. You have NZXT PSU, your GPU needed 3 cables. You've got a 4070 Ti and you're using the 3-to-1. You should be fine. Well, actually, what NZXT PSU do you have before I say you're fine? If you've got like a 750 or 850, you would be fine. So just because there's 3 connectors, it doesn't mean you're pulling the full load through all of those. They have the 3-to-1 adapter. Let me see if I can bring it up. Right. Yeah, something like this, right? This is, I'm assuming this is what you're using. You have 3 8-pin PCIe connectors to the 12V VH power right here. So you're connecting 2 separate cables here, and then you're daisy chaining one of them to this one, which should be fine. Assuming that you have a C850 Gold, yeah, you're fine. You're good with that. It's because a lot of power supplies, unless you start getting into the higher wattage or higher end ones, they only effectively give you 2 cables, each with a daisy chain or a pigtail coming off of it. But for this one, if you look at the power draw for the 4070 Ti, power draw averaged 224 watts. At 4K, it was nearly 300 watts. But each of those connectors are rated for, what are they? 8-pin PCIe power rating. It's like 150 watts, right? Yeah. So it's 150 watts across the 3. 2 of them technically should cover most of your use cases with your 4070 Ti, but I don't know why they have a 3rd one for supplementary just in case. RX 570 for Fortnite in 2024, yay or nay? I think that's fine. Dude, Fortnite, I've run on like a GTX 750 Ti. Granted, it was on performance mode, but on RX 570, you should be able to handle Fortnite at like, you know, the lower settings and get decent performance, like well over 60 FPS. If you do want cable extensions, Asia Horse, like what Supermav is saying here, is fine. Honestly, like I mentioned before, on Amazon, let's see, 12 VH power extension. Like, most of the company, what the heck? Why did it? Yeah. If you want one that's like better looking, they do have them on Amazon. Like you can get one of these. No, not that one. 2, 3. Why is this harder to find than it should be? Here we go. Like something like this. If you want, like, you know, a more braided cable look. This one has 4 though. You would want a 3-to-1. Yeah, something like this. If you want it aesthetically more pleasing. Because, yeah, this thing is pretty freaking ugly. But there's a lot of companies that make extensions that could give you a much cleaner look. Like, yeah, see? You're going from this to this. And it's relatively cheap. Daniel Marchesani is asking, are AM3 Plus CPUs still relevant for flips? I would know. The issue with AM3 Plus CPUs is not the CPUs themselves, because there's plenty of those like floating out, you know, in the world, like eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. The issue is the motherboards. For their price, they're too expensive. And buying it in the used market, I get kind of sketched out. I made a video about it. Like I had bad experiences with AM3 plus motherboards just dying out of nowhere. They're getting old. Motherboards don't last like nearly as long as CPUs. So if you wanted, can we buy brand new AM3 motherboards still? AM3 plus motherboard. Let's take a look. Like, yeah, you can buy 970 M Pro 3. Like, why would you spend on a decade-old platform, or nearly a decade old, $112 on a motherboard when you could get modern day platforms for the same price or cheaper? You could get motherboard for like $90. Let me look at what the cheapest like B550 motherboard is. Like, you can get B550 motherboards for friggin' $84. What are you doing spending? Oh, what is this one? This is FM2, so this is not AM3 plus. This doesn't count. Yeah, and if you're buying used, you better hope that motherboard doesn't die soon, like sooner on you. Here, let me take a look at eBay. Let's say you did want to go use AM3 plus motherboards. We're gonna look at buy it now, and we're gonna look at used and certified refurbished. Sure, open box. Okay, let's see. This one, untested item, so this doesn't count. This could be broken for all you know. Missing heat sinks for $34. Like, why? Yeah. Here's a no CPU. This one's $50. But again, you could buy B450, B350, be on AM4 Plus, and be done with it instead of buying this. The only reason I would buy this is so I can make a video on it to revisit old tech. But I would not buy this and want to use it. Yeah, you're better going off AM4. Like, unless you... Here's the thing, though. Like, sometimes you can look on your local Craigslist or whatever and find AM3 combos for like $20-30. In that case, I would say yes. You could still buy that and play around with it, and it's actually not bad of value. I mean, if you think about it, getting a CPU like an 8350 plus a motherboard, if you can score that for like $30 from someone who's just trying to get rid of old hardware, that's a really good deal. You could build a working computer on those two components. It's not going to be like the best computer, but you spent $30. Like, I would buy an 8350 alone for like $30. But yeah. Johnny Stash says, I have two AM3 plus motherboards just sitting in a box. The thing about that is that their value will kind of go up over time. You know, as they become more scarce. Older parts are expensive. I was looking for LGA 1151 to pair with my 8 or with an i7 8700 for my son, and the mobile's mad money. Yeah, at that point, just buy like a 12. Dude, the 8700. Let me see. Let's see. CPU benchmark score. What is gonna be the 7-zip? Let's look at Cinebench, I guess. Is it even on here? 8700K. Here. I still like to go back to the 12100 because it's so like what is this one? Temperature, IDA. Yeah, where's the benchmarks? Here's PC Mark. No, that's not gonna have it. But if we go to the benchmarks,
Intel sent me their new,
which, you know, gaming, single core gaming performance is not it's not everything that people use it for. But let's see, 12100F versus 8700K. They're basically neck and neck here too. 153. It actually, the i3 wins here. Pretty much neck and neck here. 1% and 0.1% lows. I mean, this is slightly better, but this isn't like the end of the world. This is very playable still. You're not gonna really feel the hitching there. In God of War, yeah. So Grand Theft Auto. Like a lot of times, if the motherboard starts costing too much, I just ignore that platform in general. But if you already have the CPU, it's a different story, right? You already have part of the costs taken care of. At that point, I don't know what I would suggest, to sell the CPU and just go to the newer platform, or to try to buy an expensive older motherboard and be locked into that platform. I don't know what the best answer is. It depends. You had the CPU. Yeah, if you had the CPU, then that, you know, saves you the potentially $100-ish that the i3 costs. Should I get a 3060 or an RX 6600 XT? I don't know, man. I think for me, the clear answer would be the 6600 XT. But, why... I guess for you, why is this a question to begin with, I guess? I don't want to sound condescending. I think that sounded condescending. Let me re-ask this question. What makes it difficult for you to choose between a 3060 versus the RX 6600 XT? Based on the research that I hope you've already done so far before asking the question. Terrifier 2? What movie is that even? I don't even know what that is. Terrifier 2. I remind you of... So this is a 2022 scare movie. Jonathan Shaw. Oh, the nerdy guy. This guy. Do I have the same mannerisms, or is it just because I wear glasses? Get a 3060 12GB. New games are going over 8 gigs. It's way better. Yeah. But how much is a 12GB 3060 going for? Dude. Are you playing at like the settings and texture levels that will have problems at 8GB? You're talking about a 3060 here. I could see for like more powerful graphics cards, maybe the 3070, 3080, 3090s for sure. But like, if you're getting a 3060 12GB, you're not playing much more. You're playing like 1080p, maybe some games at 1440p. But beyond that, unless you're okay with like sub 60 FPS performance, or if you're playing at low settings, like the 3060, I feel is not a powerful enough card to like require getting the 12GB version. You know what I'm saying? Let me look up the price difference between these two. I mean, I'm thinking the 3060 12GB. Now, granted, I haven't checked the prices for a while. But at that point, if you're paying for a 3060 12GB, I have a feeling it might start inching up close to the same price point as the 6700 XT, which we know the clear answer between the 6700 XT and the 12GB 3060, what that's going to be. Alright, so if you wanted to buy a working condition, not for parts, 3060 12GB, what are we looking at here? Parts only, parts only, parts only. We've got an open box one here. Does this work? Let's make sure this works. 0 rep seller, but it might be legit. Any description? It's semi-used, works good, no problems. Local pickup. Okay, well this doesn't count then, because we're looking for like national average prices here. All right, we're looking at $235 here. Still works, all ports working. Okay, so we're looking at about $235. Now let's take a look at a 6700 XT. Let's see if the price of this has changed much. You're looking at here's a new listing. Oh, yo, where are all the 6700 XTs at? I think didn't we saw articles about this, right? I think Brian from Tech Yes City talked about this too, and other people too. The fact that they're phasing out of 6700 XTs, the price has gone up There is one for $235 plus 18 shipping, which I would argue that even with that shipping cost and this price, it is better value than the 3060 12 gigabyte. Paying the extra $20 for the 6700 XT, I think, is a no-brainer. But yeah, I know. But I was responding to the person who said don't bother with 8 gigabyte 3060, go for only the 12 gigabyte, which I'm not going to compare a 12 gigabyte 3060 to a 6600 XT. If you want to make it a fair VRAM comparison and price comparison, it looks like, dude, the 6700 XT, why? We had such a long window where the 6700 XT was like under $250. If you missed that window, it kind of sucks. Hopefully, I mean, if you didn't have the money at the time, you kind of missed it because, yeah, 6750 XTs and 6700 XTs are now back up to like 300. Just buy a 4090 already. They're the king of budget GPUs. I don't know about that. A770 for the win, depending on the price. I have not kept up with the price of that. Let's see what we're looking at. We're looking at 280. 280, 300. Oh, the Bifrost. So cool. Such a cool looking card. But the cheaper, also 16 gigabyte version, from ASRock, Acer, ASRock, Sparkle. I don't know if these are going to be in the used market for a comparison. You got your Bifrost for $250 on Newegg. That's a good price. Buy it now. Shipping lowest. Yeah, dude, look at this. You can't find, at least on eBay, you might be able to find in your local market, but even then I kind of doubt it because I feel like Intel Arc cards are still relatively niche. Look at this. Even on eBay, we can't find one for cheaper than the Newegg prices. Like, you couldn't buy a used one for a discount if you wanted. At this price, I think it is a little too expensive for what it is. I would not recommend this to, my friends and family at all. I'm using one, but it's not because it was like particularly great value or anything like that. I'm just doing it for the experience. Alright, we are an hour and 43 minutes into stream. I do need to get ready to go roller skating tonight. But I think I have the next 15 or so minutes. I can just hang out for the most part with chat and, answer whatever questions or do whatever direction you guys want me to go. Alright, we did get another stream submission though, so I'll pull this up real quick. This is from Avery. Ryzen 9 5900X with 32 gigs of 3600 overclock RAM, and RTX 2080 Ti and Intel. So you got dual graphics going in there. One for, I'm guessing, like recording or something, capturing, and then one that you actually use. Oh yeah, you said it right here. I didn't even read the rest of the sentence. Intel A380 as an encoding card. And here is your build. Okay, is that me, or is this a really dusty system? I'm not gonna shame you, but I think this PC could use a little bit of a dusting, unless this is an optical illusion and there are some like reflections on the glass. I'm seeing caked up dust even on like vertical surfaces, which those take even longer usually to accumulate, right? Usually dust falls, or it's pushed through like these fins, so that's why you got dust on there. But when you just have it on like the side of an open facing, like, these little covers, I think it might be time to give it a decent wipe down / blowing. Yeah, this is a pretty ashy Larry case. It could use a dusting. Why only one fan on the CPU cooler though? So it looks like this is a dual tower, and normally I think these usually do come with a fan on like the inside between the two, and then one on the front side. Maybe sometimes even one on the back side. I wonder if it looks like it cleared the RAM just fine. This is interesting. PC Tech submitted their build. Yes, we could look at. I can look at a bunch of build submissions. We haven't done that in stream for a while. Okay, let me close a bunch of these tabs. I have like literally 30 something tabs open right now on Google Chrome. It's probably not eating up all my RAM, but I'm still gonna close them. This is a lot of tabs. Okay, but yeah, I mean specs wise, very nice PC. What is going on in the front here? Is this like a lint bunny or like a lint ball? Dust bunny right here. The fan is 140 push and pull. Okay, so this is an octagonal cooler, right? Just by looking at that fan octagonal shape. All right, what other submission do we got? We got Law. Okay, Law. Is that PC Tech News and Unboxing? Is that you, Law? Or is this somebody else? That's you. Okay, just want to make sure. Sometimes people have names on Discord and YouTube that are like somewhat similar, but this is completely different. Okay, 7700 XT water looped build, AMD 7700X, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. Lee fans spent $1150 all together. This is a very nice looking build. How did you get this for so cheap? That is a steal. Yeah, I mean, did you just buy this as is? $1150. You spent all, when you say all together, it makes it seem like you pieced it together. Otherwise, you would have said spent $1150 on it whole or something. Micro Center had the bit. Let's see. Okay, they had the Bit Mini 2.0 for $240. $1150 for this. It's a bare bone. Okay, let me see. How much do those usually go for though? Micro Center. Here it is. Bits Power Titan 1 Mini 2.0 tempered case. So normally this goes for $500. You got it for $240. Yeah, dude, that takes away so much of the costs. Does it come pre-assembled like this? Like the tubes bent and put in place and everything? Wrong one. I picked the wrong one. Where's which one? Micro Center BitMe 2.0 Micro Center. You said the Bit Mini. I'm not seeing that one specifically. I'm seeing the Titan 1 Mini. Are you sure you got the name right? Because that is not coming up at all for me. I'm only seeing the Titan 1 Mini. Bits Power. Let me see if I put Bits Power Mini. Yeah, I'm only seeing the $400. Oh, here we go. What is this? Bits Power Titan 1 Mini. Let me see what these ones are. Nope. This one's $299. This one. Okay, so you got this for $50 off. So this comes with, dude, it comes with the Lynnwood SP850 power, fully modular power supply. Graphics are not included. That's fine. It comes with the case. And it comes with, does it come with the motherboard? Yeah, it comes with the B650. Dude, what? Holy crap. You get the motherboard, which is worth around Whoa. Let's try to do some quick mental math on this. The motherboard itself is worth like $100. You know, it's a modern B650 board. The A Pro is not like the most high-end board, but it's a decent board. Okay, so like $100 towards the motherboard. You got your power supply, which is SP850. I don't know where this is on the tier list, but it's a Lynnwood one. I would assume this is at least a B tier just by looking at the specs, which means for something like this is worth at least $100. And then you get the case, but not only the case, you get the distro plate in the front with the pre-bent tubings and the radiators and fans and the case. Yeah, this is definitely worth, let's see, 100, another 100. Let's just say this is probably closer to 350 or $400. So you did save a decent amount there. It has Wi-Fi, yeah. So even the motherboard is worth even more than that. Radiator fans, all that adding up. That's a crazy good deal. And then you built the rest of the system. Let me see. So you put a 7700X. Where is that? Like $300 or something right now. Those are $299. Okay, so yep, $300. And then the 7700XT is $450. And then you got to get the RAM, which is what, 100 something for 32 gigs. Is it 100 something right now? How much is DDR5? It might be like cheaper. I don't know. What RAM do you have? Is it like fancy RGB stuff? It does look like, yes, some kind of RGB. But, I mean, RAM is going to be, you can get for, depending on the brand, like a little bit over $100. Yeah, I mean, I could see at first, you know what? I wanted to almost call cap just because aesthetically, this build looks like it should cost way more. But you explaining and having proof of the Micro Center bundle deal makes sense. Just doing the math in my head, I can see how this came in at that price point, which is crazy. Though, how much did you get these fans, the unit fans at the bottom for? Because those are included, right? Aren't these like $100 in themselves? How much are the... Yeah, these didn't... I don't think these came with the unit fans on the bottom. 125, and that's factored into the cost that you paid. Are these Sama fans? Actually, those might not be the unit fans. Let me see. I just assumed it because we're talking about Lynnwood case here and stuff, but Lynnwood unit fan. No, I mean, that looks... They look like unit fans to me. Yeah. Dang, crazy. Dude, this is a crazy build for 1150 altogether. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you got the expensive unit fans in there. How much are those things? Let's take a look. Unifans cost $81. Unless you got them on sale for cheaper or something. Yeah. Nice. Mega T. Who's Mega T in the chat? Very nice work. PC Tech and News unboxing. PC Tech News and unboxing. Sorry. I flipped it there. Very nice. Very impressive build for that price. Crazy good deals. Makes people who don't have micro centers around them super jealous. Alright. We got Game 6 Clay, aka Mega T. With their build. We got an i5 14600KF, 7900 XTX, 64 gigs of RAM. Let's see. Interesting. You went for the DDR4. I feel like some people would be... I'm okay with going DDR4 still. But some people would make a big stinker about doing this with a 14th gen Intel. And then a Z690 Asus TUF board. And then here's your build. You are a fan of RD. Is this RDC, like RDC World? The content creation house slash team slash funny guys. And then you got your Goku figurine in here. I'm trying to look at... Is this a side mounted radiator? I'm looking at the two bends. This is, it looks like you have it on the side back here. And it might be 280 or 240. This does not look like 3 fans on this radiator. But very nice specs in your build. Dude, you got a beast of a graphics card. Okay, it is RDC World. I love their skits. I love their Chick-fil-A, their, what's it called? Their Popeyes, all their fast food skits are hilarious. We got Berlin, who, I don't know who Berlin is, new to the Discord, so they must have just joined during the stream. We've got 7800 X3D, X67 Aorus, Elite AX, 4070 Ti, and 32 gigs 6000. Let's look at this. You didn't just get a 4070 Ti. You got the freaking premium Asus ROG one. That is a very nice, yet I'm pretty sure very expensive graphics card. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Republic of Gamers card be less than $100 over MSRP. Like, if a card normally costs $500, the ROG card is gonna be at least $600, if not more, usually. Maybe not in the previous like generations of cards, but of all the current gen cards and stuff, I think ROG carries a pretty heavy premium. But let's take a look at your cable management, which people don't often share. This is looking pretty clean. You're using the built-in Velcro straps that the case has to offer. Which case is this, by the way? Let me see. Can I tell by looking at it? It is an NZXT case. So, wait, let me look at the front again before I read the chat. I have not seen it. I can't tell if there's glass on the front. It looks like the front on this picture. What's going on here is... That is a mesh front, right? That doesn't look like glass. So it's like some kind of H500 kind of... Oh, it's the H7 Flow. Okay, I was wrong. But, I mean, clean cable management. Very clean. I mean, you gotta have some degree of, like, this in the basement at some, you know... Not everything perfectly runs the channels. Even I have this going on around the power supply basement often, so... good work overall, though. Very clean build. Geek Squad, sorry for not that great picture of my PC. It's next to a wall on my desk. The specs are Ryzen 9 3900 XT, 32 gigs RAM, 7800 XT, and then we've got a very narrow aspect ratio image of the build here. Can't really see much going on here, but with regards to specs, very respectable specs. 32 gigs of 3600, yep. XP Firestorm, we've got 12700K, 32 gigs of RAM, DDR5, 6000, I'm guessing CL30 or something. RX 7800 XT, and here in this picture, can't really see. Okay, I'm trying to see the orientation. This is a sideways picture, isn't it? Wait. Did you put the case? You didn't put the case. Is this that Thermaltake 3D printer case? Is it this thing? Does no one know how to take a horizontal picture, lol? Tower 200. Thermaltake Tower 200. Ah, yes. I thought it looked like that. And yes, I get what you mean, PC Tech News and Unboxing. But I'm not going to give them that much of a hard time about it. So this is a vertical PC build. Do they show a picture of parts in it? Yeah, so that's why you got the vertical graphics card and stuff like that. Still looks like a 3D printer to me, but I mean, it is kind of priced, you know, closer to the nicer cases. It's definitely not a low-end case by any means. It's just, I think it definitely has the aesthetics, like, that is very, like, based on personal preference and taste. The popcorn machine, the 3D printer, this thing resembles a lot of different things. And we're not like, we're just poking fun and making jabs at it. Obviously, I just by looking at this thing, I know this is like a nice case. It is a very unique looking case though. Celtic, what part of Washington are you from? I'll be in yeah, so I am from Lynnwood, which is like 20 minutes north of North Seattle, or 30 minutes from downtown. But I am from Lynnwood. But to make it easy, I just tell people I'm from Seattle because not many people know where Lynnwood is, but everyone knows where Seattle is, and it's within, you know, quick driving distance. It's the Claw Game, another nickname for these style of cases. Okay, it is 7 p.m. Very fun stream. For a stream that I went into this, aside from saying pre-LAN party hype, you know, I didn't have much prep work compared to the last few weeks of streams where I actually like unboxed stuff and I built stuff and things like that. This was a very much off the top, off the cuff stream. Very fun. We kept the conversation going all night. So updates. Let's see. This LAN party, I didn't want to work on any videos leading up to the LAN party because, as you guys know, if you watch the LAN party prep videos, I am always editing a video, doing YouTube work, whatever, leading up to a LAN party, and it does get stressful. So I hit the brakes on any video production work until after the LAN party, just so that going into it, I could get hopefully a good night's rest. We'll see, and I could be more relaxed because I didn't want to push to like edit a video during the LAN and stuff just to get one out this coming weekend. So I'm still on kind of like vacation break mode with regards to long form content. I'm gonna try to get some shorts out though, because those I can get done before LAN. But yeah, the LAN is this weekend. It's down in Tacoma. Should be very fun. People asked if I could stream during the LAN, and I was like, I'm not sure if everyone would be comfortable with doing that, just because streaming is a different dynamic than like recording. Recording, if something happens, you could cut it out, right? But on the live stream, if something happens, it's all live and it's on the internet and stuff like that. And not that I expect anything bad to happen, but I just don't want to put anyone else in that situation if they're not comfortable, right? Like, I'm super comfortable in front of the camera and the mic and, like, you know, the world to see me, but not everybody is. So I don't want to put that on them. So there likely won't be any, like, streams during LAN. But I think usually in the following week's stream from LAN, I can share pictures and some video footage and some fun stuff from LAN. So look forward to that next week's stream. You know, just me giving some like early look aheads as to what the LAN videos might contain. But yeah, thanks for the stream. I don't really chat much sometimes. You know what? Some people are here to lurk. Some people are here to talk. As long as you're enjoying it, you know, as long as you're enjoying listening to at least the conversations and discussions that I'm having with the people who are chatting, that works just fine too. There's no correct way to watch the stream. But yeah, looking forward to the LAN. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, have a great rest of your week, and a great weekend coming up. Happy Easter for anybody who celebrates and observes that. And yeah. I will see you guys next week, where I will hopefully share some fun stuff from the LAN. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.